السلام عليكم، كيف حالكم؟ معكم رعد في قناة ميتال جير 75. حبدأ اليوم ميتال جير سوليد 2. أمس خلصت ميتال جير سوليد 1. صراحة تختيمة واحدة بس خلصتها. اليوم حبدأ 2. أتوقع جزئية البداية ما حتطول زي أنا فاكر كل شيء، بس صراحة أبغى ألعبها برضو يمكن على الهارد، احتمال أحوس حبتين زي ما سويت في ميتال جير 1. طيب بس ثواني، إن شاء الله أصوات تمام. طيب نبدأ. حلو، واحد فيرجن ريحوا له، حطوا احسن واحدة اتوقع. حتى دي فيها غبش. ايش ما تعبوا نفسهم هم مرة في الكوليكشن ده. صراحة ما احب الاغنية كثير او الدخلة هذه. غيرني الغبش صراحة اللي قاعد اشوفه. جير 1 معلش، جير 2 الاتش دي اللي على البلاي ستيشن 3 كان نظيف. طيب فيها الحركة قلت له يسوي ثندر، ما اعرف ليش. اشوف ايش عليكم السلام، هلا ولا كيف حالك؟ والله نحن نشكر الحمد لله يا رب. ما انا بالنسبه لي هذه ادفانس علي، ما اقدر اسويها صراحه. اذا شافوني جيم اوفر مع نفسهم.
The Hudson River, 2 years ago. We had classified intelligence that a new type of metal gear was scheduled for transport. The whole thing stank, but our noses had been out in the cold too long.
نشوف كيف دحين الكاتسين هنا، انظف من كان شغال ولا نفس الكواليتي. الفريمات صراحة مرة طيبة، باين انها 60. اي قاعد العب اللي هي الماستر كوليكشن. لانه صراحة مثل جير 2 مثل جير 1 مرة ما تعبوا نفسهم فيها. لا انظف من الكاتسين اللي كان شغال، الكاتسين مهم متعبين نفسهم فيه برضه. حق البداية قصدي الموسيقى. صراحة مرة كنت أحب الدخلة هذه. الله يعيني على الديفيكولتي حق اللعبة.
He's right on schedule. He'll know soon enough.
This is Snake. Do you read me, Otacon?
Loud and clear, Snake.
Kept you waiting, huh?
اقدر
I'm at
احركهم
the
في
sneak
الفاضي.
point.
Everything going okay?
Stealth camo's busted.
ليش
Landing it
coding.
back.
We must have overused it. Sorry, but you're gonna have to deal with it. You're not in the military anymore.
Right. I didn't plan on relying on this gadget anyway.
The private
no,
sector's
contra
not so bad, is it? Privacy guaranteed.
I'm happy as long as no one gives me any more unwanted gifts.
You mean that thing with Naomi?
And I can't say I miss the chattering nanny.
Mei Ling's not so bad. That reminds me, I have to get in touch with her again about that new Natick flashware.
Diverting toys from the SSCEN again? Give her a message from me. Someone will find out, sooner or later. She's better off assuming it sooner and quit while she's safe.
Too true. Okay, Snake, let's get to work. You know how the technical specs of Metal Gear were sold on the black market after Shadow Moses?
All Ocelot's doing.
Exactly. And now every state, group, and .com has its own version of Metal Gear.
Not exactly a classified weapon for today's nuclear powers.
This new one seems to have been designed to wipe the floor with all the other models. The only consistent description is that it's an amphibious, anti-Metal Gear vehicle.
That explains why this one is under Marine Corps jurisdiction.
يعطيك العافية.
The mission objective is to make visual confirmation of the new Metal Gear being transported by that tanker and bring back photographic evidence. But I want you first to go up to the top level of the infrastructure, to the bridge. We need to find out where the tanker is headed.
A little reconnaissance, huh?
There's too much we don't know about this new prototype. Capabilities, deployment method. We don't even know how close it is to completion. If we know where the testing arena is, I can start to draw some reasonable conclusions.
All right, I'll head to the bridge ASAP.
Try to avoid confrontations. Our goal is to collect evidence on Metal Gear development and expose it to the world. It would be best if you could get out of there without alerting anyone.
Don't worry, I know the drill. We're not terrorists.
Very good. Don't you forget that you're part of Philanthropy now, an anti-Metal Gear organization and officially recognized by the UN.
Recognized, but still fringe, Otacon.
All right, let's look at your gear.
1 و 2.
Your weapon is a tranquilizer gun converted from a Beretta M92F.
M9.
It's a little hard to work with because you have to reload after each shot since the slide locks.
Better than scavenging at the mission site. Good suppressor, too.
The chemical stun will take effect in a few seconds and last for hours. You can take down an elephant with that thing. Check out the laser sighting, too. The effects of the anesthetic round will vary depending on what part of the body is hit. We're talking about a difference of tens of seconds between hitting limbs, chest, or head. As for the equipment... Hey, Snake? Cigarettes? What's wrong with you?
It's kind of a lucky charm.
You haven't read the Surgeon General's warning, have you? Here's the digital camera. Works almost the same way as your old one.
They don't look armed.
Hey, Earth to Snake. These are nice, upstanding Marines, not terrorists. Don't get caught. You're in stealth mode here.
Sure, and if it comes to that, a little beauty sleep never hurt anyone. By the way, Otacon, are you sure of this intelligence?
Absolutely. Hacked it out of the Pentagon's classified files myself.
No traces?
Oh, please, I'm too good for that.
But this might be a trap. Remember, there's a price on our heads.
You're just being paranoid.
I hope so. Those men, you wouldn't think they were anything but civilians from here.
With all the ships passing on the river and in the harbor, putting uniformed Marines on the deck would be a bad idea. People can get a clear view of the water from Riverside, too.
على
The
الثاني.
water line is too high. According to the navigational plans, this ship should have discharged its cargo upriver.
It's in there, no doubt about it.
The military trains you to watch for threats from the stern on a boat. That's SOP for counter-terror ops, too.
لك أن تتخيل
Security
إنه على
should be
طول بعد
tighter.
بلاي
You
ستيشن
worry
1.
too much.
Where's the target?
Satellite surveillance is a major international pastime these days. I'd say the cargo holds, safely below the deck. Do you see the entrance to the holds?
Looks like there are a few entryways into the crew quarters. The chopper. What?
فيها تفاصيل خرافية صراحة.
Looks like we're not the only ones after Metal Gear tonight.
Is that a chopper I just heard?
Affirmative. Probably another cavalry. What's their game? Hijack?
They're probably targeting the ship's controls.
Otacon. How many men do you need to take over a tanker of this size?
The ship is run by a computer, so I'd say about 18 people.
اما صوتي بعيد.
AKS 74U.
اكون بقول فيها تفاصيل خرافية اللعبة. يعني نطة صراحة جامدة من بلاي ستيشن 1 على بلاي ستيشن 2.
Russians?
You sure?
No Marine barber touched that head of hair. I'm transmitting a photo. Let's
والله
get
غريبة.
an ID on him ASAP.
I'm on it.
رفعته اعلى شيء الحين.
Looks like the tanker's theirs now. KA-60 Kasatka.
Kasatka? Kamov chopper, right? Killer whale.
We need to get a fix on who they are.
Judging by their transport, aren't they some kind of military commandos?
Not necessarily. It could be the KA-62, the civil model.
Look, Snake, all we need is the photographic evidence of Metal Gear. As long as we have those, we can put it online and blow the whole thing wide open. So no pyrotechnics, okay?
All right. I'll do my best.
This isn't like Shadow Moses. Reach me if anything happens. The frequency's 141.12.
How can I check in and save my progress?
I'll do it. There's a frequency set aside for it. 140.96. Sorry, but no Mei Ling this time. Call me on the codec when you want to save.
Got
هم
it.
مسوينها
I'll
حركة.
be waiting just past the Verrazano Bridge. You need to be off that ship by then.
I'll be in touch.
نسيت كيف اشيله. قبل ما قلنا يا هادي قبله.
Unable to locate the alien soul. Nothing else to report.
ما ابغى اطول حيبدا يعطس.
Freeze.
والله لها جو. المشكلة لو طولت عشان الحين قاعد العب على هارد، لو طولت في المطر كثير حيبدأ يعطل صراحة. خلاص بالغلط. فين في حركة. غريبة كيف؟ المفروض اني اقدر اثبت نفسي، نسيت.
Freeze.
خلاص اعتقد ان هنا نضفتهم. وصلت الطريقة. ايوه طبعا هذه على اساس انه ايش يقوي عضلات حضرة يده فيقدر يستحمل في المسكة. ما ادري كيف فكر في الطريقة دي اصلا. اطلع. ما ادري قديش يبغالي اسوي زي كذا. ايوه اطلع. انا افتكر كانت بهذه الطريقة. ايوه عشان قاعد العبها على هارد مطولة حبتين. الماكس حقه ليفل 3 افتكر. هذه الحركة حطوها في نسخة الجيم كيوب اللي هو اللي سواها ريميك للجزء الأول. طبعا خبصت اللعبة. انه شورت كات لأماكن كتير زي كذا اروح من الناحية الثانية وخلاص. يا رب. خليني اتأكد، خليني اثبت نفسي اشوف طولت. ما ادري افتكر انها كانت كذا يعني برفع وانزل نفسي. طيب المسافة قصيرة ما حيسويها. الموسيقى صراحة حقت لما يقفطوني تعجبني. يا شيخ الله يرحم لي امك. طولت. طبعا من حقي. صراحة كمان سهلت على نفسي، شغلت الرادار. الأمور هذه خلاص بطريقته، خلاص بطريقته، طولت بما فيه الكفاية. طيب صراحة أحب أخش أتدخل من هذه الناحية. الساعي واقف على غريب مثل جير 1. راح اتصال. ما حد شاف، ما حد شاف. آثار رجوله واحد اختفي.
Freeze.
البتاع المشكلة انه ماسكه، لو شلت مسدس قدامه على طول يفتهم لي. ايوه بدأ يعطس. في دايلوج هنا. لا.
See those lockers? That's a good place to hide yourself if you're in a pinch. Push the action button near the locker to open the door. Walk into it for quick concealment. Push the action button once more to get out of the locker. You can see out from the slit in the door. Make sure you check the area using first-person view before you go out. You can also hide enemies you've knocked out in the locker. Just open the locker, then drag the body to the locker.
برضه مو هذا الدايلوج اللي بتكلم عنه. دايلوج تعبان صراحة بس.
This reminds me of when we first met.
I was the one inside the locker that time. We're equal now, huh?
Not unless I wet my pants.
That's a low blow, Snake.
برضه ما ضبط آخر محاولة.
Push the action button once more to get out of the locker.
افتكر كان يقول له زي انت تعبان ولا حاجه زي كذا. مو وقته الهبل ذا. كم عندي؟ طيب واحد منها عشان السنيز. حبة واحدة عندي منه. ضغط على الداش. Call medicine. Press X to take it. غريب. قبل شوية عطس. يعني مو شايفه.
Who's there?
مع نفسك.
Freeze.
Don't kill me.
لا
Enemy sight.
بلغ الله يلعن. حيوان. ما في شيء. يا اخي مو وقته.
Freeze.
احلى شيء كل واحد بصوت. فل.
So it is the Kasaka. Russian choppers. أول مرة أحس إن يد لازقة ببعض.
Did you find out where that ship is headed?
I'm looking at it. 35 degrees longitude, latitude around 58.
More than 500 miles off the coast of the Bermudas, out in the middle of the Atlantic. So the prototype is ready for solo testing. It's basically combat worthy. That area is outside the Second Fleet's operational range, too. It must be a standalone Marine Corps project, which means this prototype Metal Gear must be designed for independent deployment, without any naval assistance. Anyway, analysis can wait till later. Snake, you need to go down to the holds and locate the actual metal...
شباب.
You want to save, Snake? Snake, you of course know the saying, one for all for one?
What is this all of a sudden?
Oh, I figured you'd need a lot of motivation, so I came prepared. It's from the Three Musketeers. The book, not the candy bar. Anyway, it means that if you go up against everyone by yourself, they'll gang up on you too, I think. Since you're on your own on that ship, you need to take this to heart and avoid confrontations. How was that? Just like the old days, huh?
Almost reminds me of Mei Ling. But you sure you got it right?
Of course. And I'll teach you a lot more of these. You can count on it.
Great.
Shalashashka has landed. I'm on my way to the tanker holds. Report your status.
Control room, communications and engine room are under control. All entry and exit points to the tanker hold secured. Infrared sensors placed and operational.
Good work. Are the explosives in place?
Yes, they are all planted.
Listen, once we have what we came for, the tanker will be scuttled.
And the vehicle's pilot.
He's the only one who underwent the VR training. No one else can do it.
Are you sure you can trust him?
Your part in the mission is complete. You are to leave at once.
No, it's not over yet.
I can see the moon, even in this storm, pale as death. I have a bad feeling about this mission. You swore this to me, that you would leave the unit once the mission was complete. Do not worry, this is a country of liberty.
No, this is where I belong, with the unit. I have nowhere else to go. Father, I want to stay and fight.
There is no choice to make here, Olga. Need I remind you that you are carrying my grandchild? You will be on the helicopter out of here now.
Damn it.
شخصية مهمة بعين هذه حتكون بدون
Hands over
حرب
your
يعني.
head, now! Toss your gun overboard, slowly. A woman. Show your face.
You men, you're all the same.
Who are you?
We are nomads. Wanderers.
I said don't move.
Americans. So you shoot women too.
I'm a nomad too. What else do you have there? Take the knife and toss it. Not there. Toss it overboard. Hold that position. Now, turn around.
You know what you're doing. It stopped raining. Not too shabby, is it? New York, I mean. And that brings our tour to its conclusion.
Scout knife with a surprise. You a Spetsnaz?
I think you deserve a little credit. No one's ever dodged that shot of mine. But no one gets lucky twice, either.
أنا ما أقدر أقعد.
I've been with the unit since I was born. I grew up on the battlefield. Conflict and victory were my
Jet.
parents. The unit is my home, my family. We've shared everything, all the bad and all the good. Nothing else matters to me.
شفته بالغلط يلا كويس.
Whoever you are, you're not stopping us.
مو معقولة باقي طلقة. أحلى شيء لو هدمتها في هذه الناحية لها بوزيشن، لو هدمتها في الناحية الثانية لها بوزيشن ثاني. سبقتها في كل شيء في الفايت. غسلت لها لمبة، شلت لها الغطا، المفروض دي اشياء هي كلها تستخدمها.
Cypher. Otacon, the ship appears to be under their control. The men have Russian gear, but I haven't been able to find out anything else about their origin.
I know who they are.
You do?
We've ID'd the old man,
Who is he?
Sergei Gerlukovich.
Gerlukovich, one of Ocelot's allies.
خليني اشوف ايش حتكون
Yeah,
على
the crew
البوس اللي قدام.
He's the one Ocelot was
هذه
supposed to meet
سهلة.
up with after Shadow Moses.
They're after Metal Gear.
Everything's changed. This is not going to be as simple as we thought.
You could say that. I saw a surveillance remote just now. It looked like the Cypher.
A Marine Cypher T?
No, Army.
First the Marines, then the Russians, now the Army?
You're right. This isn't gonna be simple.
Snake, there's something I have to tell you.
What?
We didn't dig up this info about the new Metal Gear on our own. Not like usual.
How did you find out then?
It was a tip. An anonymous tip.
Anonymous? You've never trusted those. Why would you start now?
I have a younger sister, a stepsister. We have different parents. I only knew her for 2 years.
You've never mentioned her before. So?
The sender of the tip was EE.
E.E.?
Her name is Emma, but I always call her EE.
Emma? Emmerich?
Yeah, it just caught my eye, you know. I figured it was a coincidence, but I couldn't get it out of my mind. There's really no one out there who knows about her.
When was the last time you saw her?
Over 10 years ago.
You think it's a trap to lure us out here?
I don't know. After I got the tip, I did break into the Pentagon system to get confirmation.
Okay.
Watch your back, Snake. Maybe I screwed up.
I've got a light-equipped USP. I can take them on now. There's no ammo, but it takes a 9mm, just like the Marines' M9. I'll find those somewhere around here.
Don't raise too much racket with that thing.
I hear you.
كويس يا نوني. الشيء ده اللي انا حاطه هو سنسور. لو قربت من انمي يهز الكنترول ويطلع صوت دقات قلب. اعتقد ما في ايتم هنا بس خليني اوقف اشوف. اوكي
Freeze.
اهم شيء اسمه ويت بوكس. ايش هو؟ مرة ما وقته يعطس، المشكلة لو عطس يفضحني.
What's that? What is this?
ومدرعين واي خدمة. بسرعة. ان شاء الله نمشي عليهم. أوه. الحمد لله ما شفنا. لا طول كده طول كده. في واحد وراك ما انتبهت. مرة مشكلة طلع له. ايه مرة مخينا بزيادة، ترى لو كمان نقصوني اكتر من كده يجيني نزيف والدم يخبطوه في الارض. لا مرة تعبانين على اللعبة صراحة، افضل جزء عندي صراحة. طبعا عشان قاعد العبها هارد، لو انقفضت من منطقة لمنطقة يمشي ورايا عادي. اوكي اكيد كوجيما اخذ الاشياء دي ويحب الافلام. طيب هنطول كده. متعود على متل جير 1 الار 1 يفك السلاح. اللعبة 2001 ما خاب ظني.
Freeze.
الشيء الوحيد مريح في اللعبة حتى لو واحد قفطني في فرصة لسه اني اقدر اوقفه. اعتقد لازم انزل تحت. أول مرة أشوف النوم هذه. نام يا عم مش تبغى.
There's somebody there.
فيها حركة خربت الشاشة خلاص. حتى المجلات تخرب مرة أنا عاجبني التطور اللي في اللعبة. ما عندي الكرت. طبعا كل ما خفت العلامة ما عاد قرب يصحى.
Raven?
مسويين دمية فضيحة. ريزن ديفل مو متل جير. والي وقت عشان اولف الموضوع ال1 ولا R1 R1 ولا R2. برضو من يطيح على برا طاح على جوا. ايه ينرفز صراحة. احاول اخلص عليهم لو اقدر. طيب عشان بس اوضح الغباء اللي دوبه صار، عشان اقدر اتحرك وانا ماسك المسدس لازم اضغط اكس. شكله في احد مستواي الناحية الثانية. سنيف قاتل مأجور ما يفرق معاه احد. ماني عارف القلق فينه. ما اقدر ارميه من هنا. ما يترمي. معقولة جبت الكاتب؟ لا الكاتب مو والله قهر وضغط الرادار.
Freeze.
يا شاع ما ابغى اتحرك.
Repair of the entranceway to the engine room on the port side is
هذه
complete.
نوعية وسخة.
We'll return to position following patrol in the small room on the port side.
هذه النوعية مرة وسخة. يسوي ريبورت كل ما ادري قديش.
Freeze.
عشان دحين انا يكفي العيد. يرسل البترول وراه يدوروا عليه. طيب.
Time to save?
يب.
Okay. There's a saying that goes, even a bird on high dies a glutton's death, as do the fish of the deeps. The lesson is, don't be greedy. The fish that belonged to a family called the Deeps died from overfeeding, and so did a bird that got high on something, probably fermented fruit.
Okay, if you say so.
I do, Snake. Don't take unnecessary risks just because you're greedy for more items. Remember the Deep family's fish.
كويس ان المخ مو لسه مخ سمكة. خلصنا الجزء هذا.
Verrazano Bridge checkpoint passed. All non-essential personnel report to the holds in 10 minutes time for the scheduled briefing session with the Commandant. You are ordered to continue manning your posts until that time.
والله ما خاب ظني فيها زي الشبح يطلع. بس ما ادري كيف اتجاه الشبح يطلع. بس هيك كان في زد تروفي او حاجة على هبل زي كذا. كلها مقفلة. احلى واحد ده.
Freeze.
يا حيوان. بس عشان شلت السلاح قدامه على طول ما صدق على الله. طيب
Oh, you need to save? Just a second. Another Chinese proverb. Those who look to the heavens prosper. Those who defy it are no more. Do you know this one? The meaning here is... Hold on a sec. That you can only survive as long as you're a part of the natural order of things.
قاعد طلع له هي في نفس اللحظة.
You remember pre-ripped jeans? Manufacturers thought that just because people loved old, broken-in jeans, they would want to buy new jeans that looked old. So they purposefully...
What do jeans have to do with nature and order?
Denim should fray and rip on its own, naturally, right? Some designers tried to go against that and no one bought them. The earnings report from that fiscal year is enough of a proof.
Earnings?
ان شاء الله الفايت ده اخلصه.
We have sealed the stern hatch. The lift is also under our control.
We're on the foredeck, about to descend to the holds.
Sir, the Marine Commander has started his speech already.
We will complete the preparations before the end of the speech.
All communications to the holds have been severed. No one is aware of our presence.
Let no one down into the holds until we are out.
Yes, sir. We will secure your exit with our lives if necessary.
There is one more thing.
Yes, sir.
My daughter, keep her safe.
Yes, sir.
Russian.
Who goes there?
ما عنده صوت. جبان.
Who goes there? Oh, Shalashaska. Why are you here? We thought you were with the Colonel. What the?
بدون تفاهم.
The Colonel will be joining you soon, comrade.
Snake, are you in yet? Have you made it to the holds?
It's taking longer than I expected. We've already passed the Verrazano Bridge.
All right, we'll use another recovery point.
They may be planning to change course.
What?
The exits to the deck are all sealed.
What are they planning?
If they get Metal Gear, we're going right off the fringe.
You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses.
The men down here are definitely Marines.
The current state of nuclear...
If the deck is sealed off, they have no way of knowing that the ship's been taken over.
I'm not interested in fighting these guys. The weapons won't do me much good here.
Can you see Metal Gear?
No. I'll have to go around to the bow. They have some serious defenses here. I doubt the recent arrivals want to blast their way through the Marines either.
Wonder where they're headed.
I don't know. Not the beach, that's for sure.
Okay, Snake. Let's go over this one more time. Use this camera to get photographic evidence of the Metal Gear prototype. Now do your thing and take pictures that speak louder than the government's plausible denials. We need 4 shots. Metal Gear from the front right, and front left, and a close-up of the Marine Corps marking.
Marking?
There should be a Marine's insignia on the body of Metal Gear. Just let someone try explaining away a clear shot of that.
All right.
Photoshop.
There's actually one little thing.
Just spit it out. I'm used to things going wrong.
It looks like someone's monitoring our transmission.
Who?
I don't have a clue. All they're doing is watching. It would creep me out less if they tried to interfere with our communications.
Could it have something to do with that cipher we saw?
Maybe. I've switched the encryption protocol for our burst transmission for now. What I want to do is use a different method for sending these photos, just in case.
Instead of using the codec?
Exactly. There's a workstation in the southeast corner of the block where Metal Gear is housed. I've made arrangements so that you can send the pictures from the machine.
Arrangements?
I hitched a ride on Link 16 into US military's proprietary network. Managed to get into that workstation and overwrote a part of the system software so I could remote install a little app I wrote.
Why bother with anything that complicated?
No, it's pretty simple, really. Look, all you have to do is stand in front of the machine and push the action button. The app will automatically launch and download the image data from the camera, split the files, and encrypt them individually. The data packets can then masquerade as...
Okay. So all I have to do is push the action button in front of the computer once I have the
ترى
pictures, right?
الجزء الأول كان
Well, sure, if you put it that way.
الأداء
And one
الصوتي
more
حقهم تعبان.
The Commandant's already begun his speech, but you need to get the pictures before he's done talking. Otherwise, they'll spot you, okay?
How much time do I have?
I hacked into his personal files and took a look at the text of that speech. I'd say you have 7 more minutes. Longer if he throws in a joke or two.
A 7-minute time limit, huh?
Remember, Snake, just the photos, okay?
With these kinds of odds, I won't be making any sudden moves. But that doesn't mean we can just let Metal Gear be hijacked.
Okay, but first the photos.
All right, we'll deal with the rest when we get there.
Stay low.
الجزء الأول كانوا
At the moment,
خلص بس أول كانوا أعتقد حتى في مكان التسجيل حق الأصوات مو
Oh,
كويس
Snake,
مكان
you
عالي
want to save?
مو حق تسجيل. سمعت هرجة زي كذا يعني ماني قاعد أفصل من عندي. سمعت هرجة كذا إنه ترى الجزء الأول ما كان متوقعين إنه الأداء الصوتي يكون كويس.
Hey, Snake, What's hardest won, most easily lost? It's time. Get it? Amazing how relevant these Chinese proverbs still are. Once the moment's gone, it's gone. Except for daylight savings time, of course. That extra hour to do anything you like with every autumn. Gotta love it. Then again, you lose an hour every spring, so I guess the proverbs are right. Wow, they thought of everything.
Did they even have daylight savings back then?
Of course not. They knew how to save time. We're the ones that need to be tricked into it.
Yeah, but you said...
The moment never returns, Snake. Let's not waste it on idle questions.
Okay.
Every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications for Metal Gear. Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states. They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the U.S.'s nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives. We initiated development of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces. The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear. With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear proliferation will be contained, and it will be the Marine Corps and our Ray that will accomplish this. This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray.
Oh.
The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order, and we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs.
مرة عشان كده انا ساكت ومركز.
Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background. Not to mention interference from a major player. But this project is vital to the Marine Corps. The enemy is sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen. Always bear that in mind. Ours is not the only military...
What were you thinking?
خذ المقتله.
Snake! Snake!
حسيت اني قاعد اسوي حاجة غلط.
At the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications for Metal Gear. Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states. They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the U.S.'s nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives. We initiated development of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces. The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear. With Ray,
الأرض اللي زي كده بمشي فيها بهذه الطريقة عشان يسمعوني.
all over the world are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear proliferation will be contained, and it will be the Marine Corps and our Ray that will accomplish this. This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray.
أول خسارة خسرتها.
The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order, and we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs. Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background. Not to mention interference from a major player. But this project is vital to the Marine Corps. The enemy is sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen. Always bear that in mind. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more...
حسبت اني هجيب العيد مرة ثانية.
You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses incident during the Sears administration. The current state of nuclear proliferation is a direct result of that event.
Metal Gear.
It is a fact that players in favor of such a policy are attempting to derail our own Ray project. But I promise you that they will not succeed. You must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we? Left. Down.
استهبل.
Right. Front. Getting back to the topic at hand. I have a daughter, and it is my greatest wish never to have her or her children experience the horror of nuclear war. As a father, I want to leave a better world for the future generation. As a soldier, I know that is my duty. Metal Gear Ray is amphibious. Unlike the Army's Rex, it can cruise deep underwater, move in undetected and make its landing on any shoreline. Its onboard Joint Tactical Information Distribution System identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out with massive firepower. It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation.
لا تصحى. لا تصحى.
I seem to be repeating myself. Chalk it up to old age.
كمبيوتر صخر. طيب كان باخد لي كم صورة ما لها داعي لأوتوكان عشان ينبسط. ما رجع عليها تروفي ولا لا.
So, any codec moments from you, Snake? The first image is... Okay, that's good. The shot from the right is in the bag. Okay, what am I seeing now? Okay, this works. It's a great front view. The next one's... You're a pretty good photographer. We can definitely use this left shot.
شكرا الله يعطيك العافية.
And the next one is... This is great. The Marines lettering shows up really well.
Oh. Okay, Snake. She's about to wind up. يا ريتني ما اضغط. Forget the photos and get out of there.
We, the Marines, will lead the charge into a new world order with Metal Gear Ray. That is all. Dismissed.
ما هو قاعد اقول لك الكمبيوترات ايام العصر الحجري.
Excellent speech, my friend.
Who the?
Gift of the silver tongue. They say it's the mark of a good officer. And of a liar. Americans are too in love with the sound of their own voice to speak the truth.
Identify yourself.
I am Shalashaska, also called Revolver
awesome.
Ocelot.
What do you want?
This machine will be quite useful.
What are you planning to do? Steal this thing?
Steal? No, I'm taking it back.
سنيك بدل ما يفقع تملقف.
Gerlukovich. Nobody move. Understood? This ship now carries enough Simtex on its key structural points to blow it out of the water at the touch of this button. That's right. No one has to die needlessly. We're almost at the target. Get a move on.
بسين شوية
What do you
طويل بس
intend to
جيد.
do with Ray? Sell it on the streets?
I was raised in Snezinsk, formerly known as Chelyabinsk 70, the nuclear research outpost.
What are you talking about?
After the Cold War ended, my home was bought out by the Americans.
Is there a point to this sad story?
Now you would understand. Land, friends, dignity, all sold to the highest bidder, the United States of America. Even the technology that gave birth to these weapons is Russian, developed by us.
What do you intend to do?
Russia will rise again. And Ray is the key.
I regret to inform you that I have no intention of selling Metal Gear. As I said, I came to take it back. Yes, returned
وإنها
to the
سحبة.
Patriots.
The Lale Lule Lo? How's that possible?
Ocelot, you! Have you sold us out?
I was never in your employ, Gerlukovich.
Are you still in league with Solidus?
No hard feelings, Colonel. Mother Russia can rot for all I care.
Since when, Ocelot? When did you turn?
I'm glad you noticed, comrade. I abandoned her during the Cold War.
Ah!
Metal Gear only has room for one. Lukovich, you and your daughter will die here. Damn you!
فيها دخلة روبوت طبعا.
Sergei, looks like you were long overdue for retirement.
Traitorous dog!
احلى شيء قاعد يتفرجوا عليه. هو اسمه معاه ريفولفر.
Show's over. If you wish to live, I suggest you run now. This ship is still in the lower New York harbor. You may yet make it to shore if you swim for your life.
I'm surprised.
It's been a while, brother.
Who are you?
You know who I am.
Liquid?
Not so young anymore, eh, Snake? You're drowning in time. I know what it's like, brother. No wonder Naomi passed you over for the Fox Dive program.
Ouch! Get out of my mind, Liquid!
خلاها سايكو.
The price of physical prodigy. Few more years and you'll be another dead clone of the old man. Our raw materials are vintage, brother. Big Boss was in his late 50s when they created his copies. But I live on through this arm!
Liquid's on.
ولا حق الخطاب.
going down, Snake, with this tanker!
نسخة مطورة من ميتال جير. الله داهم واحدة ما يمزح.
Otacon, we have a problem.
قلب المويه ليزر.
Snake! Snake!
Proceeding as planned, sir. Yes, at the location we discussed. Yes, I have photographic evidence of Snake on the scene. The cipher was most useful. I look forward to tomorrow morning's news flash. I would say the Marine Corps' plans are on indefinite hold. Yes, of course, Mr. President.
أهم شيء خلوا السفينة. يس. كويس.
Snake, do you remember the sinking of that tanker 2 years ago?
Of course.
Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your classic nightmare. It didn't take long for the government to put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive offshore cleanup facility went up inside.
The big shell. I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet.
It takes time. But in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection.
Teams Alpha and Bravo. Deploy at the big shell as scheduled.
Approximately 6 hours ago, the big shell was seized by an armed group.
Do we have an ID?
Former members of the Navy SEAL Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad Dead Cell. Russian private army may also be involved. It's a highly trained group, and they have the big shell under complete control. $30 billion.
$30 billion? What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the big shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The president?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the big shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan Harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be released. In other words, the bay's ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history. You have two mission objectives.
والله بدون الكاسين ترى اللعبة أكثر من
the
كده.
offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the president and other hostages. And two, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary. You should know that SEAL Team 10 is also conducting a rescue operation.
Is this a joint effort?
No. Foxhound remains a covert body. Don't alert them to your presence. That is an order.
This is Snake. I'm now inside Strut A of Shell 1.
How are things?
We're in luck. Looks like there are no sentries posted here.
What's the visibility?
The lights on the plant struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the Big Shell as planned. And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code name for all following communication.
What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated Raiden. All right, Raiden. You've already covered infiltration and VR training.
I've completed 300 missions in VR. I feel like some kind of legendary mercenary.
Okay, we'll skip that part. Make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to reach you, contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
All right. I'll contact you if anything changes.
First, make your way to the upper section of the Big Shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Sounds good.
Your new sneaking suit uses electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research. The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
هي أصلا شكلها
The hatch with a circular handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that. Moving on to main mission objectives.
Got your feet wet? These are the basic controls for swimming. Stroke the water and move forward by pushing the punch button. Push it in rapid succession to swim faster. Change your heading with the left stick. Up will take you up, down takes you lower, left and right to face those directions. The O2 gauge will appear under your life gauge while you're underwater. The gauge corresponds to the amount of air you can hold from a single deep breath. Once the O2 gauge falls to 0, the life gauge will start to drop. You need to be aware of that.
كلام كثير. أنا أفتكر كان في آيتم هنا. أيوه. بس. ستة أسبان. الصراصير والقرف دول يجوا علي يخلوا العلاج ما يستخدم. صراحة نسيت كيف أقدر أشيلهم لو جاوا علي. ايوه مكانها هنا. طيب. لا كان في مكان ورا. بدون فايدة. أبغى الآيتم اللي هنا. وي بالله. طيب طيب على حبيب السنيك هذا. اتذكر من ده الحين اشوف تزبط ولا ما تزبط. ان شاء الله تزبط. المشكلة احتاج الفلها عشان هحتاجها دي بعدين. الله على الملل. والله مسكت معي عبط. قال لها ليفل.
Raiden, you should be used to the controls by now. Proceed with your mission. The clock is ticking. Get on the elevator on the far side of this area and get to the upper section of the big shell.
طيب عشان انا قاعد اضيع وقت. اسري. ممكن في الهارد ما يترفل. استحالة يعني الميكانيك يتقفل زي كذا في الهارد. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. آخر محاولتين بالكثير وحكمل. جيد آخر مرة.
Colonel, I've sighted an enemy sentry. AN-94 and a Makarov. Those grenades, all his equipment, is Russian-made.
Must be a Gorlukovich man.
Gorlukovich?
A Russian private army that was in line to work with the Shadow Moses takeover group 4 years ago.
What's their stake in this one?
They must have made a deal, an arrangement with the terrorists. They become a band of mercenaries, an army without a country.
Colonel, there's definitely another intruder in here besides me.
That's not a possibility.
Not a team. Looks like a solo job.
One man.
We may not know
One
who
army.
he is, but he managed to take care of every sentry in the area. They're all out cold. Whoever he is, he's got some skills.
We need to get an ID. But for now, you can take advantage of the situation and get to work. There's a terminal in front of the elevator. A node.
Did you say nerd?
Not nerd. Node.
Oh.
Use the node to gain access to the Big Shell's facilities network.
Then what?
Pull up the map of the structure. That'll let you activate the Soliton radar.
The Soliton radar? True. That radar came in useful during VR training.
A radar system uses biological magnetic fields as input. These estimated enemy positions are projected onto a map according to reference points collected via GPS signals and field personnel reports. We need to get to the map through the Big Shell's node to put this data processing to practical use. The node unit is about 3 feet high, should be colored blue. Each area has at least one.
How do I gain access?
Just push the action button in front of the node. The nanomachines in your body will take care of the security clearance and allow you access to the node. Complete the procedure before those sentries gain consciousness.
الانترودكشن في
If they
البداية ما قد
spot
حسيت
you,
أبو
you
كرم.
won't be able to gain access for a while. Stay on guard.
Got it.
هذا يكفي اسمي ولا ما يكفي اسمي؟ فعلا. تي اتش طيب كيف امسح؟ الله بالعافية. يلا ليش لا. هوب. اما يطلع فيه 7 دقيقة حماس. يلا حماس.
Good work, Raiden.
The radar should be functioning now?
Remember your VR training sessions. The tool is exactly the same one. It maps the terrain as well as the position of enemy personnel. The bright dot in the middle is you, Raiden. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision. Your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it. It gets jammed easily, I'm afraid. It's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful. The Big Shell's layout map should now be available after touching the Start button.
How do I save the mission data?
I've set aside a proprietary frequency for saves, and an analyst to work on the data too.
Jack, is everything all right?
What are you doing here?
Jack, can you hear me?
Rose, you're not supposed to be involved. What's going on?
Jack, I'm a part of this mission.
Colonel, what the hell is going on?
Raiden, meet the mission analyst. She'll be overseeing the data saving and support.
Why her?
The Foxhound analyst that was supposed to take part in this mission was in an accident. Rosemary was brought in as a replacement.
Rosemary.
An accident?
And according to the files, she knows you better than anybody else.
Rose may be in the service, but an intelligence analyst is no field officer.
Not to worry. She has our technical staff at her disposal.
She's never been a part of a field mission. This is insane.
I have my own reasons for selecting her for this mission, soldier.
Colonel, I fail to see...
I know your VR training performance in and out, but sometimes that's not enough. You're familiar with the Shadow Moses incident?
You know I covered it in VR.
If there's a crucial tactical detail that case taught us, it was the power of the operative's will to survive.
I was trained to fight. My personal feelings have no place in a mission.
We've learned that it doesn't work that way. And on the field, you need all the help you can get.
Jack, you're stuck with me whether you like it or not.
Rose.
You need someone to watch your back. But I have conditions that need to be met, Colonel.
What is it?
I'll perform my duties and save that mission data, but I'm aware that technically I'm not part of the mission control team. After all, I'm just a normal girl who's worried about Jack. But that means, Colonel, that I am not required to follow your orders outside of my immediate duties. Jack is not simply a field personnel for me to track. His safety comes first to me, not the mission. And because of that, I will be monitoring and keeping a record of every communication you have with him, Colonel.
Given the circumstances, you're free to do what you see fit.
Hey, I prefer this to being kept in the dark waiting.
I'd like to make a request, if I may.
Of course.
His handle is Raiden. For the duration of the mission, could you call him that?
Yes, sir. All right, Raiden. Let me know when you're ready to turn in a save. The proprietary save frequency is 140.96. I just switched frequencies. Jack?
What?
Do you know what day it is tomorrow?
April 30th. Is there something special about it?
Isn't there?
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Oh well. I'll keep trying till I hear the answer. I'm gonna let you go now, Jack. Take care.
ولا سيفت لي ولا يحزنون كلام فاضي.
Raiden, the enemy sentry is regaining consciousness.
Be careful, Jack.
Find somewhere to hide until the elevator arrives. You must stay out of sight.
I'm under enemy fire. Secure the perimeter.
بيس اوف كراب ما ادري ان في واحد على اليمين. تمام يخلص حقكم المشي. مرة ما انتبهت انه كان في واحد هنا ابد. ما عندي حاجة.
The terrorists call themselves Sons of Liberty.
Sons of Liberty?
The name of their leader is Solid Snake.
The hero of Shadow Moses? So that's why you changed my code name.
Right, but he can't be the Solid Snake. He died 2 years ago on that tanker after he blew it sky high.
Could he have survived?
Not a chance.
Colonel, I'm on the roof. There are no sentries, but it would only take one to spot me in this light.
You never had daylight VR training after all. Stay extra sharp until you can find a node to log in from.
What about the commandos?
SEAL Team 10 has landed on struts B and C.
And the President?
Seems he was spotted on strut B.
Strut B?
The big shell is comprised of shells 1 and 2. Each unit consists of a central core and 6 struts surrounding it.
So the whole thing is shaped like 2 hexagons connected end on end.
Exactly. And you're on the roof of strut A, shell 1 at the moment. First, get to a node. Log into the network.
Got it.
طيب اتوقع هخش على المنطقة اللي بعدها اوقف على كده. واحدة الاشياء الغبية الاشياء الغبية ما اعرف كيف فكروا فيها. دي نفس الشيء. غريب الغباء ده ما عليه تروفي.
Raiden, look at that wire fence. You may be able to crawl through it.
قلت حاجة
Crouch
غريبة.
down using the crawl button. Then push the left stick in the direction you want to move. Push the crawl button again to stand up.
You can use weapons even while crawling. This is different from VR training, so you keep that in mind.
Yo.
Raiden, SEAL Team 10 is in.
Do we really have no line of communication with the SEALs?
They don't know a thing about us. You know we work in the dark, and this mission is no exception. Only a few people know about your presence here. There's no need for concern. This operation is under Pentagon's direct command, and the NSDD came from the Vice President and the Secretary of Defense. Your mission may be top secret, but it's gone through the usual channels.
I'll go check the roof. I'll leave the first floor to you, okay?
Understood.
Colonel, I've located the node, but it's under heavy surveillance. I can't get in any closer.
Distract them. Try making some noise to draw their attention away.
How?
Flatten yourself against a wall and hit the punch button.
Got it.
Got one, I see. Don't leave him lying around. Hide the body as soon as possible. When his comrades come back from the roof, you don't want him being found. If they do find him, they'll be on the alert and things can get difficult.
Yep.
When you take a hostile down, hide the body where a patrol is unlikely to come around. You can drag an enemy personnel's body. This is how to do it. First, walk up to the body, and with all weapons deselected, press the weapon button to pick it up. As long as you have the weapon button held down, you can move around with the body in your grasp. Release the weapon button to let go of the body.
كأني متعور شوية ماني عارف ليش الدم كانه ناقص. طيب هذا المفروض اروح بي. خلاص غالبا حوقف على هنا. والله نورمال واحد بس تبا لهم.
Raiden, watch out. There are sentries posted on the connecting bridge. They will spot you if you continue on course.
Any recommendations?
Use the hanging mode.
Hanging?
Face any waist-high railing and push the action button to clear the railing and hang over the side. Once there, you can move sideways while keeping out of enemy sight.
All right, I'm giving it a try.
Don't forget the grip gauge. It will keep decreasing during a hanging maneuver, and once it runs out, you will fall.
Copy that.
Wait a second. I just intercepted new intelligence on the operation being executed by SEAL Team 10.
Intercepted?
As I said before, they need to be kept in the dark about our presence.
So we just listen in?
I'm patching it through.
This is Alpha Zero. We have the President. Is he safe? He is safe. What about the package? Tell the guys upstairs that we've secured the package. Easy money. Good work. Your retrieval is on the way. Come on home. Roger that. Holy! Alpha Zero, report. Damn it, cover the President! Come in, Alpha Zero. This is Alpha Zero. We're under attack. This is crazy. Is that... Alpha Zero, respond. All Alpha, respond.
Raiden, the President's life is in danger. Head to Strut B now.
صراحة كنت بغى اروح اللي بعده بس خليه على المرة الجاية احسن.
What's up, Jack? Jack, do you remember what day tomorrow is?
That again. I'm sorry, but I still don't have a clue.
That's okay.
What is it, Rose? Talk to me.
I'd rather you figure it out. It's important.
How important?
Important enough, and we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Why not now?
Tomorrow seems more appropriate. I need all the help I can get so that I won't chicken out anyway.
Is that the reason you decided to be part of this mission? Okay, I'm gonna finish this thing by tomorrow no matter what.
You know I'll do everything I can to help you.
Rose, there's something I need you to do as an analyst.
What is it?
It has to do with Solid Snake. The leader of this takeover incident is claiming that he's Snake himself.
The legendary mercenary?
I need as much data on him as possible. Everything they have on him after the Shadow Moses incident.
He's dead now, isn't he?
Yes. Should be a burial record somewhere, too. You should be able to request top-level security clearance from the Colonel. That should get us into the most classified material.
I'm on it. I'll contact you as soon as I find out something.
ما ادري يعني الكلام دحين ده انا ارجع ولا ايش اسوي؟ خلينا الله يقرفهم واشوف لي حل دحين في المكان ده. ما يبغى يطلع شيء. على نفسكم اثنين علي. ما يبغى يطيح. برضه هنا ما في فايدة. ارفع نفسي وانزل نفسي. الحين الطيح حق موفر. يبغالي ابحث عن الموضوع ده. ايوه صار ليفل 2.
Raiden, your grip has gotten stronger. Guess your hard work has paid off.
Jack, you're great.
فيها ليفل 3 نفس الشيء. بس حتطول شكلها حبتين عشان اوصل ليفل 2 طولت. شكلي احاول اجيبها هنا. ما ادري يمكن المنطقة دي تظبط. يا المطولق. هو اعتقد الماكس حقها 3. العزيمة والإصرار. تنحت. هذه هبرت اخر البث. ما ادري قديش ياخذ زي كذا. خايف اتمادى واوصل الاخير بعدين اغلط واطيح، عشان كذا انا قاعد اخلي شغل ينزل الاخير. تمارين الاصابع. عاد معلش ايش اسوي؟ لازم اسويها عشان ححتاج اتوقع قدام برضه نفس الشيء. كأنه جندي اختفى من الخريطة. اي والله حسبتهم ما اختفوا. ايوه.
Raiden, your grip went up again.
Jack, you're truly amazing.
شكرا. بشوف قديش دحين يقعد. انزل. يلا اعتقد نحسب ميجر كاتسين واقدر اوقف بعدها. اي مكان قاعد يرمي. اديله دم. كوكتيل مو دم.
All Alpha, come in. What's going on? Alpha, respond.
والله ما معي اي حاجة اضرب بيها.
What are you?
Five today. Or rather, 6.
Bump.
Get down!
Where is he?
Strange smell. You smell like... Are you? It has to be.
Shoot him! What are you waiting for?
Vam,
Yeah, Queen?
are you all done cleaning up?
Yes, but wait till I tell you what I found.
Something interesting?
I'll tell you in person. Where are you?
In the central unit with the president.
Be right there.
خلص الكونفرزيشن. صور
Hold on. I'm not an enemy. Calm down. My name is Pliskin. Iroquois Pliskin. Lieutenant Junior Grade.
Pliskin.
Are you a Navy SEAL?
اضحك عليا.
How did you get in?
Fast rope descent from a Navy chopper.
Have I seen you before?
That suit. Are you Foxhound?
That's right.
Foxhound was disbanded. Huh? Where were you before Foxhound? Delta Force?
I was part of the Army's Force 21 trials.
Force 21? That's about tactical IT deployment, right? Any field experience?
No, not really.
So this is your first.
I've had extensive training, the kind that's indistinguishable from the real thing.
Like what?
Sneaking mission 60.
Snake.
Weapons 80. Advanced
VR, huh?
but realistic in every way.
A virtual grunt of the digital age, that's just great.
That's far more effective than live exercises.
You don't get injured in VR, do you? Every year, a few soldiers die in field exercises.
There's pain sensation in VR and even a sense of reality and urgency. The only difference is it isn't actually happening.
That's the way they want you to think, to remove you from the fear that goes with battle situations. War is a video game. What better way to raise the ultimate soldier?
So you're saying that VR training is some kind of mind control?
Raiden, what's going on?
The Alpha team from Navy SEAL 10 is dead. No, a single survivor.
The kid's wired with nanomachines.
What about the president?
Looks like they took him somewhere else.
I see. You said there was a survivor from SEAL Team 10.
Yeah. Lieutenant J.G. Pliskin.
Has he seen your face?
What?
This is a top secret mission. No one can know that we're involved.
It's a little too late for that.
من جد.
What's up?
Take a look.
What the hell?
A Navy captain.
You all right?
Give me a few minutes. Must have lost a few more pints than I thought.
What was that man just now?
That blood-sucking freak? That was Vamp. He's Romanian, a wizard with knives, as you saw.
The way he moved didn't seem human.
You won't see that in VR, I guarantee.
What is he?
One of the members of Dead Cell.
Dead Cell? Him?
A special forces unit created by ex-President George Sears. The name was originally intended to reflect its anti-terrorist functions. The unit would launch unannounced assaults on government complexes for the ultimate terrorism simulation. They were needed to show VR troopers like you how to deal with the real thing. But around the time their original leader died in prison, the unit began to unravel. They were always close to the edge, but they became more and more extreme, began to go after US allies, even civilians. We estimate that no fewer than 100 people died as a result of accidents the Dead Cell arranged on their own. They were out of control, and it all came to a head 6 months ago.
What happened?
The unit was devastated. There are only 3 left now, and you just saw one of them.
Why would they go after the big shell?
How should I know? I told you they were on the lunatic fringe.
What about their leader? He says he's Solid Snake.
Snake died 2 years ago.
You mean the incident that made this big shell necessary in the first place?
Right, and he was the one that sank that tanker.
But he's a legend.
Legends are usually bad news. There's not a lot of difference between heroes and madmen.
You're saying Snake is still alive and pulled another one?
No, he's not involved in this one. His body was positively ID'd 2 years ago.
Snake is dead.
And buried.
What about the other soldiers? I saw Russian equipment too.
Former Soviet military. They're probably mercenaries. The big shell is too much ground for just Dead Cell members to hold down. You weren't briefed on any of this? And you came in alone to boot? Why? What are you really doing here?
تحشير.
Can't tell me, huh? Fine with me.
I don't smoke.
Keep it anyway. May come in handy. Take this too.
ما عندي منوم بس
Here,
أعطاني.
take this.
عشان جبته من المويه أول ما جيت.
Come in, Alpha
Zero. This is Bravo Zero. Currently at the bridge between struts B and C. The president is... Damn, I can't hit this thing. It's like some bad dream. Alpha, anyone, come in, all Alpha. This is Bravo Zero.
Aren't you going to answer him?
The BC connecting bridge.
We need to get there. Can you handle it?
I need a few more minutes. Remember my frequency. It's 141.80.
141.80. Got it.
I've been briefed on this plant's layout. If you need information on the place or about Dead Cell, contact me. You're using nano communication, right?
Yeah, but I can patch into your frequency.
141.80.
Hey, what's your name?
Raiden.
Raiden? Strange code name.
Makes up for the boring one my parents gave me.
Maybe I'll find out someday.
طيب وين اشوف؟ هاي لازم احطها بنفسي.
He's asleep?
موجودة صار؟ موجودة. اوه صراحة يعجبني انه في كذا يعني احترام للجثة الميت. نايم ميت. هذه حاجة المفروض نكشفها بعدين بس عارف فرقتها. طيب بس متأكد انه ما في اشياء هنا وهنا. مقفل. ايوه كاتسين تاني. والله بخزن اللعبة. موسيقتها مرة خطيرة هذه.
What the hell is that?
Come, put me out of my misery.
This is impossible. Nothing will hit her.
Is she the one they call Fortune?
Queen.
Don't let them take the president!
Ready grenades!
خلاص كده بس.
A dud!
Today is another bad day. Is there anyone here that can give me happiness?
نزعتهم من على الخريطة. حقرت اتفرجت عليه وطاح.
I'm so sorry, my beauties. I'll see you again someday.
كلام الجاز والله.
Colonel, SEAL Team 10's Bravo team was wiped out.
I see.
What happened to the cargo choppers?
Both of them are at the bottom of the harbor. Looks like your new hosts have a Harrier too.
A Harrier? What is this?
Calm down. It just means they anticipated the attack.
What?
Besides, since the SEALs drew their fire, your infiltration went off without a hitch. On top of that, we know their defensive capabilities.
Are you saying this was all a feint?
Raiden, get a hold of yourself. The entire mission is in your hands now. Do you understand?
But...
There's no time for questions. They could decide to retaliate for that failed assault.
You mean the hostages?
They could be in danger, yes. But we need to consider the possibility that they'll blow the whole shell. If that toxic spell does take place, it'll devastate not only the harbor, but poison the coastline for generations. Raiden, we've had to adjust the mission objectives. The priority is now on removing those C4s that the terrorists wired over the big shell. The President can wait, but this can't.
Colonel, you know I'm no bomb disposal expert.
That's not a problem. The Bravo team brought an explosives pro in with them. He was supposed to stand by on Strut C according to their mission plan. You should find him there.
Is this according to Simulation 2?
What are you talking about? Get to Strut C and find him.
Understood. But I need to ask you something before I go.
Make it quick.
Who are they? Dead Cell, I mean. They couldn't hit her no matter how hard they tried. And that vampire, too, it's like being in a nightmare you can't wake up from.
Jack, snap out of it.
And you, Rose, I can't believe you're on this mission. I keep thinking I'll wake up.
Raiden, this is real. And that's why you won't wake up.
But nothing seems real.
I've made up my mind to stay with you. Whether this is real or a bad dream, I'll keep watching you till it's over.
Thank you, Rose. And I won't let you be just a dream.
Are you two done? Raiden, you're needed on Strut C.
اللي بعدها. ما نقدر نطلع من كده خلاص.
Jack, do you need to save?
يس. لو اتحمست زيادة هلاقي نفسي ختمت اللعبة.
Rose, no comment?
About?
I've killed someone.
Jack, it's a battlefield.
My opponents are living, breathing human beings. This isn't like the VR training. They have bodies. They have had lives. I took all that away from them.
But you've got no choice if you want to survive.
And yet, maybe because of the VR training, I can't help but try and block out that reality. It's the only way I can manage to fight.
Jack.
What?
I don't care what it takes, just as long as you come back alive. Do whatever it takes, please. Just come back in one piece.
Okay.
طيب ما ادري في طريقة اخرج منها. ما فيها زي الجزء الاول. الجزء الاول اضغط R1 L1 يفك شورت كات منيو. anyhow شكرا صراحة للمتابعة اليوم. الصراحة قضيت فيها شوط كويس اللعبة. لو بدون كاتسين ترى اتوقع 3 ساعات. انا افتكر كان في ايام بلاي ستيشن 3 في تروفي ختم اللعبة في اقل من 3 ساعات. سكيب كاتسين طبعا. انا جاي الحين اركز على اللعبة ما جاي اركز على التروفيات. ان شاء الله انه الان مستمتعين بالنسبة لأحداث اللعبة. الجرافيكس صراحة شوية مزعلني، كان ممكن يكون أحسن من كده. عارف إن ألعب PS2 بتمطمط لين توصل PS5. بس ما أدري، أحس كان ممكن يكون أحسن من كده. ما أتوقع بكرة حالحق أكمل اللعبة. هشوف كيف إذا كان في مجال. بكرة إن شاء الله البث حيكون حقيق فولي. طبعا اللايف موجود على اليوتيوب حق الستريمينج هذا. شكرا على المتابعة، شكرا على السبورت، يعطيك العافية يا أعذاري ولا الكومنتس. أشوفكم إن شاء الله بكرة بإذن الله إذا كان في مجال أسوي بث، إذا ما في ممكن بعد إن شاء الله. لايك سبسكرايب وشير. نشوفكم إن شاء الله على خير في أمان الله. مع السلامة.